Hello everyone and welcome back to my video. Today let's talk a little bit about Vietnamese cuisine. When talking about Vietnamese cuisine, many of us may immediately think of phở, bánh mì or other famous street food dishes. However, what makes Vietnamese cuisine so special is not only its flavor but also the cultural philosophy hidden behind every dish. Since ancient times, Vietnamese people have believed that eating is not only about feeling full or enjoying delicious food, but also about creating balance in our body and living in harmony with nature. So, one of the most important philosophies in Vietnamese cuisine is the concept of yin and yang. So, today let's talk a little bit about this concept. According to Vietnamese traditional beliefs, everything in nature contains two opposite but at the same time two complementary elements, yin and yang. And the same idea also applies to food. Some foods are considered cold while others are considered hot. And that's why Vietnamese people always try to combine different ingredients in a way that help our body maintain balance. And that's why many Vietnamese dishes are not only delicious but also very thoughtfully balanced. Okay, so now let's talk about one example. Let's talk about ballot. Have you ever tried ballot in Vietnam? This is, we can say that this is fertilized duck egg, or in other words, we say this is incubated duck eggs. In traditional beliefs, ballot is considered a cold food. Therefore, Vietnamese people usually eat it with Vietnamese mint called rau răm and ginger. Vietnamese rau răm is believed to have warm properties that help balance the cold nature of the egg and support digestion. Ginger is also considered hot and helps the body feel warmer after eating. That's why ballot is almost always served with Vietnamese mint, rau răm, and some slices of ginger. This is not only a matter of taste, but also a reflection of the Yin-Yang philosophy in Vietnamese cuisine. Another example is seafood, such as crab, snails, clams, or shrimp. Vietnamese people believe that seafood has a cold nature, so it is often eaten with hot ingredients such as ginger, lemongrass, lime leaves, or chili. For example, the sauce for boiled snails is usually prepared with ginger, lemongrass, and chili to balance the cold nature of seafood. This combination is not only makes the dish more flavorful, but also helps our body feel more comfortable after eating. Even pho, this is the most famous Vietnamese dish, and this dish clearly reflects the philosophy of yin and yang. The hot broth represents yang, while the soft rice noodles and fresh herbs or fresh mints help create balance. People may add lime for freshness or chili for extra warmth depending on their taste and the weather. Thanks to this balance, pho feels rich and flavorful without being too heavy. Another familiar dish is rice porridge with green onions, which Vietnamese people often eat when they have a cold. Remember that we often eat it when we have a cold. The hot porridge warms our body, while green onions and pepper, which are considered warming ingredients, help people sweat and feel better. In Vietnamese culture, many dishes are not only seen as food but also as natural ways to take care of health. The philosophy of yin and yang can also be seen in the way Vietnamese people eat according to the seasons. During the hot summer, people prefer refreshing dishes such as sour soup, boiled vegetables, a sweet dessert, or coconut water to cool our body. In contrast, during the cold winter, hot pot dishes, grilled food, ginger, and spicy meals become more popular to keep the body warm. This shows that Vietnamese people do not eat only based on preference, but also to adapt to nature and the weather. It can be said that the philosophy of yin and yang is one of the elements that makes Vietnamese cuisine so refined. For many Vietnamese people, cooking is not only about making food delicious, but also about creating the harmony between humans and nature. That's why many international visitors, when they come to Vietnam, they find that Vietnamese food is both flavorful, light, and healthy. Thank you for watching today's video, and if you found this topic interesting, please don't forget to leave a comment or share which Vietnamese dishes you want to explore in the future video. See you next time. Goodbye.